I'm now going to demonstrate for you Magic Quiz, which is an app for Atlassian Confluence. Now, what it does is it automatically creates quizzes based on a Confluence page that you choose. And it does this with AI. So it does it very quickly and comes up with some really good quality, thorough quiz questions that are just as good, if not better, than ones that you could probably come up with yourself. So this is a really useful app if you want to ensure that users of your Confluence not only read your pages, but you can verify that they've understood them as well. So a great use case for this might be employee onboarding or new company policies or anything else where you want to ensure that your users understand your documents well. So the way it works is that you select the page, you create a quiz based on that, you can edit the quiz, and then you can assign it to one or more users and then track when they've actually completed it. So when you install the app, you'll see these two tabs, quizzes assigned to you and quizzes created by you. Now obviously, as the admin, you probably want to create a quiz, so go ahead and click Create Quiz. Then you can select a page from your space. So I'm going to select this one here, HR policies. And then you can choose the number of questions that you want the AI to generate based on your quiz. So I would consider how long the page is in terms of word count. So for a really long page, you could generate 12 questions. But if it's a short page, you probably only want to generate 3 or 4 so that it's not overly repetitive. So we'll go ahead and click Submit once we've done that. Now it does take 1 to 2 minutes to generate your quiz. So you'll see this message here, and you can refresh this page here by clicking this button to see when your quiz has been created. Now the reason it takes that long is because the page has to be sent off to the AI, and it has to read through that page and generate the questions. And so that's why it takes that time. So we'll go ahead and click refresh now. And we can see that our quiz is now generated. So the first thing that we want to do is, let's go ahead and click preview here, and then we can see the kind of questions it's come up with. So there's all our 12 questions, and we can see the each of these have 4 possible choices and obviously 1 correct answer. Now, if we want, we can go ahead and edit the quiz. We could change the name, so I might change it from simply the page name to HR Policies Quiz. And we can edit any of the questions as well. The AI is not perfect. It may misword something, or perhaps you just feel you could word it better. And so in which case you can go ahead and edit it and change the answer or whatever you like. Obviously you can delete any questions that you decide aren't relevant. And if you want, you can even generate more questions. And one of the cool things about this is that you go through the same process again, where you can select a page. It means that you could select a different page. So potentially one quiz could cover several different Confluence pages if that's what you wanted to do. All right, so we'll go back to the quizzes now. And once you're happy with your quiz, then obviously you want to assign it to a user so that they can actually do the quiz. So all we have to do there is click the Assign button. And now we can choose one of the users in our space. Now I'm just going to choose myself. That you can assign a quiz to yourself, just so we can see what the quiz looks like. So I'll choose my name, and you can select a due date. Now the due date doesn't actually do anything. It just gives the person who's had it assigned to them an indication of when you need it done by. So go ahead and do that. Now once you've assigned a quiz, if you go to the Assign to You tab, obviously the person who has had the quiz assigned to them will see that quiz then appear in this tab. And we can see that it's incomplete, and we've got a button here to start the quiz. So let's go ahead and do that. The quiz itself is fairly self-explanatory. I'll just quickly show you how it works so you have an idea of what your users will see when they're given a quiz. So obviously we get each one of the questions, and we can choose the correct answer. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose one and click check answer. If you get it wrong, it will tell you the answer and it'll still allow you to proceed to the next question. And obviously you keep going through that until the quiz is completed. Once a user has finished a quiz, in their assigned to you table, the quiz will now show up as complete. Now, as the admin, if you go to the created by you tab and you find your quiz there, you can actually check to see which of the users who it's been assigned to have completed or not completed their quiz by clicking on the stats button. Here we can see in the stats view that there's one user who's been assigned the quiz, which happens to be myself, and that quiz was due on the 26th, but it's now completed. So that's the main features of the Magic Quiz app. If you'd like to install it, head over to the Atlassian marketplace and you can search for Magic Quiz and install it there.